Welcome back. We now have the management of Tanishq with us. Lots to discuss with them, particularly as the industry is slowly trying to limp along due to the lockdown. Let me welcome in Arun Narayan, who's joining us this morning. Arun, thanks for joining us. Let's understand first, jewellery sales have been hit hard, of course, by COVID-19. How many stores have you reopened? What's the kind of footfall, perhaps, that you're looking at in different regions? And what are consumer trends shaping up to be as we emerge out of the lockdown in parts of the country?
Store, and we have about 74 stores operational currently, which is roughly about 20% of our total strength. And I must say that it's been a very encouraging start right from the very first day. And we've had a good mix of our old customers coming back as well as new customers who are discovering that we are now open. And I think what's really been what we are enthused about is the response to the safety measures that we've taken in our stores. We've rolled out what we call as the gold standard of safety, and we want Tanishq to be the safest place to buy jewelry. And a lot of effort has gone into training and putting these measures in place. And we've got a big thumbs up from consumers, both new as well as our existing customers to that. So it's been a very heartening start. We've had people who've come and redeemed their Golden Harvest accounts, which is our jewelry purchase plan. We've had customers, in fact, right through these periods of lockdown, our staff have been in touch with consumers with what we call as empathy calls, really to check on them, check if they're doing fine, check if there's something we can do. And we've had a lot of customers saying, hey, when are you opening stores, and we are keen to come and shop with you. So we are seeing that kind of play out. So a bit of pent-up demand as well as new demand that we see at this point in time.
Okay, what are some of the challenges you're facing with the workforce, online sales delivery, the fact that you may not have a complete workforce right now, logistical issues? Talk us through some of those.
So I think we are pretty clear that we're not in a hurry to open our stores. We're waiting for clearances from the authorities, as well as operationally, we are certifying every store as being absolutely safe to open from all aspects, from the hardware aspect, as well as from people being able to feel safe themselves. Because we have families who are sending people to work in our stores. They need to feel safe. They need to feel absolutely safe. And apart from customers. So we're taking our time to open stores. We're having every store certified by a team and only then opening our stores. And of course, stores are working in two teams, Team A and Team B, and each team comes 1 week. Team A comes for a week and then Team B comes the next week. So we're really not in a hurry to open stores. We're opening stores slowly and steadily and making sure that, we're doing the right things before we open.
Mr. Narayan, hi, good morning. Now, let's talk about weddings, because that was a big churner for the jewelry sector and your company in particular, but things are not going to be the same for a while now. So given that it was a big margin contributor for you, what is your sense in terms of demand there based on the conversations that you're having with the customers? Does it seem like they will be splurging when it comes to wedding jewelry right now?
Yeah, I think gold has a very special relationship with consumers in India. It's not only a safe haven, but it's also an asset class. And given the way gold is appreciated in the last 1 year, it's certainly got a lot of interest from an investment standpoint. But also it has a very special relationship from traditions, from rituals, from occasions, from relationships, weddings. So it's a very special category in India. And I think a lot of that will play out in the months to come in terms of even a pent-up demand. For example, we've had during this lockdown, we've had the Bengali New Year, we've had the Tamil New Year, we've had Gudi Padwa, we've had Ugadi, and in all our comfort calls, in all our empathy calls that we've made with customers, a lot of them have said, we wanted to buy gold and jewelry for Ugadi, but we couldn't do that. So tell us when you're opening, we'll come. So there is some amount of pent-up demand on account of that. But there is also some deferred demand because weddings have got, shifted to Q3 and Q4, November, December, and Feb, March. So we'll see that playing out later in the year. So it is an interesting year. It's certainly gold having multiple relationships with consumers both on the rational side and the emotional side, we need to really play very differently this year and play to different segments differently.
Assessing the situation, then what kind of a drop are you expecting in your retail jewelry sales? We also had a word with the Gold Council, and the report indicates that India's jewelry sales could plunge to the lowest in 25 years. Is the situation looking that dire?
That's right, and I think that's common to all categories. Certainly, there is, the consumer confidence isn't the same what it was prior to COVID, and that will certainly play out. And there will be a big shift in consumer preferences, the way they look at essential categories and the way they look at discretionary categories, and that will certainly play out. But amongst the discretionary categories, because jewelry and gold has multiple relationships, we feel it will play out a little differently. But of course, it's a very unique situation. None of us have been in it before, so we'll have to see how it plays out.
Sure. Okay, to what extent, the fact that gold prices are above 45,000, how have they hampered retail jewelry sales? And, people may be looking at gold as an investment right now, but it's also going to deter them from making any high-ticket consumption purchases. What's your view?
It is true. We do find consumers, being sensitive to gold rates. Obviously, people come in with a clear budget and they're clear about what they want to buy, and therefore increasing gold rates have a role to play in. It has its impact on demand. But having said that, the increase in the last 1 year has also played out from an investment standpoint to tell people that gold is an asset class that keeps appreciating, and there is, let's say, there is benefit in kind of investing in gold from that perspective. So yes, there will be certainly an impact thanks to the gold rate, but we'll keep our fingers crossed on that.
Now, every company is going to have a pre and post-COVID strategy, Arun. So in your opinion, how does the assessment of business really change post the lockdown and post the crisis? What will you be focusing on, and how do you intend to attract customers?
I think that's a good question. And in these 2 months, of downtime, we've really used it pretty good to, rethink about our business and both discover new ways of doing things as well as renew the ways we do business, and many new things that are on the anvil. But let me give you a small example, and that's of Akshaya Tritiya this year. And for us, it was a new way of celebrating Akshaya Tritiya because our stores were shut. And it was a great example of online as well as retail collaboration. And we brought our, 328 stores and 7,000 strong people that we have to bear for the two to work collaboratively to bring customers to our stores and to the tanishq.co.in. And I must say that we had more than 1 million unique visitors on our site. And I'm also happy to tell you that in a span of 10 days, we booked more than our entire online sale for last fiscal. So it's a new way of working. It's a new contactless, remote way of working, of giving confidence to consumers that you can buy jewelry online. And it's a new way of using all the resources we have in the physical world to be able to do that online. So it's really the coming together of two different worlds, perhaps, but that's the new way of working. So this, in a way, many new things that are on the anvil as we go ahead in the post-COVID world. First, of course, is the whole safety piece. Second is remote shopping as well, be it video calling or be it appointment-based shopping. So many new things that are slated to be launched. So watch the space.
Oh yes, indeed. Being more agile and adapting to all of these new things is going to be the order of the day. And speaking of, as the world is now moving more towards digital, are you going to look at a change in the way how future selling is going to be done in terms of even the channels, the distribution, any innovative strategy that you've got in place for your online sales?
I think the two need to come together. The two need to come together, and then we leave consumers to decide where they want to shop from. So today you can take an appointment in the towns where we are open, either on tanishq.co.in, or you can call the store and take an appointment, or you can take an appointment, on the Google page of the store, right? And thereafter, let's say in a few days' time when we move to video calling, during the course of the video calling, you have the option of either buying the same product online or having somebody from the store come over to your place and show you the, what you've shortlisted and then decide to buy. Or you can shortlist and come to the store and, complete your shopping in about 20 minutes. Because typically a jewelry shopping experience is a minimum of an hour and 20 minutes. So you can cut that time down, shortlist what you want, and then come to the store and buy. So the idea really is to give consumers as many choices and keep it flexible, and bring the two together and leave it to the customer as to where she wants to eventually shop from.
All right, we wish you all the best. Many thanks for joining in.